Hello. Right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Awaken to Happiness Now Global Series. Thank you so much for being here with us today. If you're new to me, shefaliburns, new to my show, new to my channel on YouTube, if you're watching on the replay, welcome, welcome. If you're watching live, welcome, welcome. Again, if you are watching on YouTube, please do subscribe so you can take advantage of all the current shows, all the previous shows, all these shows coming up. I think we have 550 almost, something like that, shows there. So much wisdom for you. It is my deepest wish, desire, and intention to bring to you these amazing, wonderful speakers who are sharing their wisdom, their experiences, their processes, their mini readings, their healings, etc., so that we can all thrive, so that we can all awaken to happiness now. And today, my dear friend Colby Wilk is back with us, and we're talking about how you're not disconnected. You just need a habit to get to the real you. And so some of what we're going to talk about today is we're going to learn how to break the hidden energetic patterns that keep you scattered, drain your power, and keep you off purpose. Reclaim a deeper, steadier connection to your inner truth. Stop losing yourself by consolidating your divine connection. Also, Colby's going to be taking some live callers, and he's going to be offering some laser-focused guidance to help you reconnect to who you truly are and what you're here to do. So that's a real-time soul insight and energetic healing live on the call today. So you do need to have your videos on, and of course, raise your hand at when we get to that point of when we're going to be taking the live callers, but we are going to be taking quite a few. So I'm excited about that. I'm sure you are as well. So for those of you who don't know Colby, he was here last season, but before that he was here many times as well. So he is a wayfinder. He combines his gifts as an intuitive along with compassion, humor, and directness to assist you to find your way. He accompanies you to discover your true self. He was raised in a tumultuous family. He was diagnosed in elementary school with learning disabilities so severe that his family did not think that he would ever be able to live on his own. But he is an amazing healer. He learned to adapt the moron label that was stuck with him, and his self-esteem took another hit when he realized he was gay. So he hid from himself and others instead of accepting himself, and he set out to accomplish, oh my goodness, so many things. He went to college, graduated cum laude, earned a master's degree from NYU, went on to running award-winning self-development programs that were featured on PBS. And he has proven his value by helping others to find what he could not find for himself, worthiness. So we're going to be talking to Colby about his little journey, I guess a little bit, but at the same time, we're going to be working with healing, with um, connecting you to who you truly are, and some of the habits that can help you to do that. Right. So it is not difficult, but sometimes if you don't know what they are, then it can be quite a challenge, and we are stuck sometimes in our head, sometimes in our stories, etc. And we're wondering, why are we stuck, right? And so Colby's here to help us with all of that and more. So everyone, please join me in welcoming Colby back to the show. Colby, welcome.
Hello.
Hello, hello. All right, so we're going to be doing a lot of work today on the show, right? So get ready for that. We're going to be learning at least one process as well on the show today. And so Colby, this is going to be a raw conversation, but so important. I mean, so many times we live surface level. We don't go deep enough into ourselves to really understand who we are, connect to who we are, and connect to the source, God, creator within us, right? As we are on this journey, on this path, and we sometimes get caught up in the material world, yes, but I'm going to say in our stories, in our drama, in our trauma, in our mind games, right? So as you all know, my life has been tumultuous. But at the same time, there's great wisdom from all of the experiences and lessons that we have in our lives. There's so much wisdom available for us, and there's so much of that richness of that connection to source and who we truly are that is available to us if we're willing to tap in and really access that for ourselves. It takes courage, takes honesty, and the other word that's coming through, it takes fortitude. So strength, courage, fortitude, that kind of thing, right? So the journey is not always easy, but we are all here for a reason. So Colby, let's talk about this today because it's going to be an interesting topic. So some of what we're talking about is you're not disconnected. You just need a habit to get to the real you. And I always tell my clients as well, it's like, I hate that word, connected, because it's like we're always connected. We're never disconnected, but sometimes our focus is not there. We can't reach deep within ourselves and access that part of ourselves, because we're stuck in other places in our head or out there, or it's etc., in our stories, etc. But the thing is, we're always connected to source, but we get caught up. And so, what's important for us to always recognize is that there are tools, processes, a habit that can help us to get to the real us, which is, for me, it's that connection with source, which, there's that word again, but it's more about the experience of isness of source and our relationship with that. What do you think?
Everything is a habit. If you're disconnected or have that experience, then you're doing something that's causing you to be disconnected. So you just need to stop doing that which you're doing, and the way is made clear. All healing, all awareness of higher consciousness is a subtraction. There's no addition. It's all about removing that which is not real, which is a much easier prospect to, in my opinion, than going out and trying to get something to fix you. Everything is habit. Now, I'll be sharing 26 or so habits that anyone can use to bring themselves pretty immediately into a grounded, balanced, and aligned state of consciousness. God, the divine, Allah, whatever you want to call that, nature, Santa, whatever that is, comes with your might, your strength. Other beings, angels and the rest, can come when you're miserable and reaching, but not the divine. You have to meet the divine to access the divine in a conscious way. So these practices, these habits I'm going to share, bring you there so you can connect. We all have a way forward. Our soul has laid out a path for us. Now, some people can sense that path, some people a little more difficult. I'm able to sense the path that your soul is calling for, and then helping you to sense it as well. This is why true well-being has eluded so many. We have all tried so many different things. This workshop, that shaman, this guru, that audiobook, but most people can only share what has worked for them in the hope that your path is similar. But it's not like that. In order to access true well-being, consistent, you have to take the deep journey within yourself and find out for you what your soul is calling for and what is the life that is calling you forward. I find that very interesting work. I use my
Yeah.
gift to help people spot what's causing them suffering, not to heal it, although things heal, but to use it as a doorway to their inner divine. A sanctuary within the self opens, deep quiet, deep peace, love. And you are left being able to know you can handle anything that comes your way. You stop chasing after things that were never yours, never a fit. And you hear, sense the life that you've been resisting potentially calling you. And you step in and you become more, for lack of a better word, fully alive. When we look at somebody awakened, what we notice is that they're more alive. That's what we want. That's what we want. And by following your soul's path, you're more than likely to get it.
Yeah. I love that. But, and the thing is, a lot of people, most people I find, have not been able to find their path. They're still searching. What is my purpose? What is my path? What am I supposed to be doing here? Um,
You need to hang out with different people.
but it's a struggle for a lot of people. It's like I'm trying, I'm searching, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm trying this, I'm trying that, but nothing fits,
Mm.
right? And so a lot of times I find people are looking for or thinking that it's going to be some like big grand adventure that is what their sole purpose is, when it doesn't have to be that. And most times it isn't.
It's less of a path in my experience than stepping stones. What's your next step? And that leads to the next step. But it's not like a path, like a highway.
Yeah.
Um, and the process is getting quiet enough and still enough to sense. Now, that doesn't mean years of meditation. That means, look, I'm a child of TV and I like stuff that's quick and fast. My attention is, so I've developed things that are quick and fast and pretty instant because I did not have the patience to sit for hours. Now I do. Um, so it's fairly easy to get quiet. You just got to develop the habit. The more you hang out with people who are on their path, that will resonate through you and help you to find your path. Most of us don't have patience with others. The truth is, we don't have patience with ourselves and allowing ourselves compassion. It's not about getting the big house or the lover with abs. It's not about that. So much of our industry is about spiritual materialism, right? If I'm doing my path, then I get goodies. Well, that can be true, but a lot of times enlightenment and success don't exactly meet. Now, that's a dirty, dirty secret a lot of people don't want you to know. But if you want awakening, you can get it. You can have it. You just got to be willing to put the time in. And it's not that much time. I'm not the same person I was 20 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. I've evolved. And I was just watching one of my former teachers, actually, because I felt like years ago I stopped learning from them. And I was like, oh, why didn't that work for me? Why didn't that? It would have been so great if that had worked for me. Oh, and I listened to something that she's doing now. It's the same stuff she did 30 years ago. And I'm like, oh, right. I needed to evolve. If I had stayed there, I would have had the same paradigm. So we often are upset that, oh, I wish, like I'm raised as a Jew, I wish that Judaism worked for me. It didn't. But when a path that's been walked doesn't work for you, you're compelled to find your own way forward. And usually it's not about trying to find a place where you fit, but making your own place, which is much more interesting and much more satisfying. I want to
Mm.
hear your listeners what their struggles are, what they're struggling with, what they're trying to let go of, and maybe I can help some of them hear the path, find the path that's calling for them. It literally is
Sound
a thing. Literally is a thing, the path.
I was just going to say, for those of you who are here live with us, if you want to just type in the chat really quickly, what is that one struggle that you're having right now? Um, and then we'll take some questions in a minute. But I mean, I understand, that the path is not straightforward. It's not even linear, and it is step by step, and sometimes the steps go sideways, etc. But it truly is about listening to that voice within, right? And so some people are going to say that they don't hear that voice within. They don't know what that voice within is saying, right? Because they haven't gone like connected within, right? But that's one of the issues. Um, and then it's also about, I think some people are afraid to make a mistake, right? They don't want to make a mistake, and so they stay stuck or stay where they are, or even in freeze mode, like Jay says. But a lot of people are afraid to make a mistake. Does that make sense?
Everyone hears their soul, senses it. Everyone does. But most people push it to the side because they're afraid. They don't think what they're being invited to do is possible. They're afraid that raising their freak flag too high is going to get them attention that they don't want. They're going to get persecuted, their family, whatever. All of us hear it, sense it. We may not like what it's saying. We may feel like it hasn't spoken to us for some time, spoken with quotes, right? But all of us have a soul that's talking to us continually. Now, there are ways to move your awareness so that you hear it more clearly, not so that you're being puppeted by something, but so that you can become yourself. In my opinion, our journey is to become who we really are. It is not to be happy. Having said that, becoming ourselves is deeply satisfying, but it's not always the easiest path. For instance, one of my stumbling blocks was to become an out gay man. That was not an easy process for me. It was not a happy process for me. However, it is who I am, and because it is who I am, it is deeply satisfying to be me. The journey of our lifetimes is to allow ourselves to become ourselves, whoever that is. We may at first have judgment about who it is that we are compelled to be. And ultimately, we relinquish that to become the limitless, magnificent, glorious divine self. The test of how spiritual somebody is one, how many food allergies do you have? Yes, you're spiritual. Two, how many cells have you relinquished over the course of your lifetime? How willing are you to let go of security? The ego speaks to us through doubt. That's its food. Faith is a place of security and certainty. So we have the ego and we have the spirit in conflict. Those of us who are too afraid to listen to our soul are giving into our ego, our doubt. But that's the exact process we need to get through to become who we are.
Yeah, that fear and doubt definitely gets in the way of us expressing ourselves and being ourselves.
Yeah. And compassion, right? It's scary stuff out there. There's a lot of chaos out there. There's a lot of reasons to pull in and try, anchor down instead of opening and expanding and not giving into so much fear that is out there. So much fear. But we are leading the way. The energy is getting faster and faster. And those of us who are sensitive are being batted around a lot, right? Because we are trying to anchor in that energy on the planet. We are, the first wave. So if you feel a little off, a little more temperamental, a little more anxious and depressed, it makes sense. Then you need habits to keep yourself centered as your body, your physiology makes the adjustment.
And I'm going to say these habits are really short processes, really, is what they are.
Yeah.
short processes to help us to reconnect to ourselves, to be centered within ourselves. I hate the word grounded, so I'm not going to use that word, but um, just to be present is a big thing. Being present in the body, being present in the moment, um, are processes that we need to consistently, continually utilize so that we can expand more in our consciousness, expand more in our energies, and continue to move forward and step on our path.
Right. So the signs of enlightenment, in my not so humble opinion: stillness, space between thoughts, deep sense of calm, and love. So the practices I'm going to share with you all do that: stillness, calm, love. Enlightenment doesn't look so much like joy. It looks joyful, but it's not what others have made you think it is. Grounded, you don't like that word, I know. Love, calm, stillness, quiet. You stop reaching, you stop grasping, you stop looking for answers, and start allowing. From a place knowing you're okay. You will be okay. You'll be okay. Even if you die tomorrow, you'll be okay. You'll be okay.
An allowance and acceptance of what is going to help to release the resistance to what is and what could be, even, so it's about because you're right, we're always grasping what's the next thing, what's the next thing I need to do, let me figure this out, blah blah blah, we're all in our head, right? But when you were in allowance, allowance and acceptance helps us to stay in the flow of being present with our soul and our soul's wisdom.
Absolutely. So, for instance, if you want more money, if that's your thing, Colby, I need more money. You got to be okay with poverty. You got to get to equanimity with poverty. If you want romantic love, you got to be comfortable with isolation. You've got to get to equanimity with it because you take the charge out of it. Whatever you want, you go to the opposite, you be okay. And 1, 2, if you want more money, then have fun with the money that you have. You want more love, have fun with the love that is in your life. You want more friends, have fun with the friends that you have. You're building the energy. It's fairly easy to manifest. In fact, one of my teachers would say that's a game of the paranormal. Don't stop there. Don't stop. Keep going. Keep going to the unified field. Keep going to knowing you're okay regardless of what happens. There's where the enlightenment is. So I'm transmitting that now. If you want that, you just say yes, because I'm sitting in it. You just say yes, because all fields, all bodies talk to other fields and other bodies. We are tribal animals, right? So knowing well-being, regardless of circumstance, wow, I want that. You can just say yes and allow yourself to soak this in. All I'm doing is templating what I know. Your field absorbs that, and then it'll move into your consciousness when and if you're ready.
So, on a conscious level, on a mental level, I understand about acceptance, allowance, right? Um, all of that stuff. But then on the practical day-to-day life, it's like, okay, uh, I want this, I want this, I want this. I don't have it yet. But yes, I understand what I already have. I love, I accept it, all that's great. And then what?
Well,
So you still,
as you
there's
know,
still
I don't
planning
work
involved, right?
as you know, I don't work in generals. I work in specifics. So
Right.
I don't know if you want to go here right now, but what is something you
No,
want?
not with me personally. No, I'm good.
Because look, if you want something and it hasn't shown up and you've accepted it as it is, okay, great. My question then would be, well, then if you're complaining about it, you haven't accepted it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Two, there's something else going on here. When you don't get what you want, a lot of times there's something you got to let go of. Because you're arguing with God, the divine, whatever you want to call that life should be different than it is. You ain't going to win. You ain't going to win.
Mm-hmm.
Spirituality is not about the accumulation of stuff or things. That's not what it's intended to do. That's using spirituality to gain influence and power. That's what that is. I'm being spiritual to gain influence and power. That is going to yield, that makes the ego trying to make you important. It ain't going to work, not for very long, before you come crumbling down and suffer a huge loss, because then you fall apart and you wonder who I am without that. Who am I without this success that I had? As opposed to, I'm exploring spirituality so I can know greater peace. Peace gives way to presence. Presence gives way to power. But you're not going after the spirituality on the second path to gain power. It yields power.
Mm-hmm.
That's not what it's about. Anytime we use spirituality to go for power, we are going to come apart by the seams. I came apart by the seams. I know this. Oh, I'll be spiritual. I'll use my gift to gain wealth and influence and power. I did. I didn't exactly know I was doing it. If you drill down, I might have, like, if I had a really good therapist at the time, yeah, I probably would have admitted it. And then my life came apart. And then I wondered, who am I without this? Do I have value? Do I have, and this is me, gifted, psychic, da 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 da. Wait a minute, I'm much more than my gift. I'm much more than my ability to help others. I'm much more than my house and my cars. When you pursue spirituality to gain power, you are going to get unraveled. Now, that's not a bad thing because it'll bring you deeper, it'll increase your humility, because spirituality should always be pursued with humility. In any event, all of us have suffered losses. All of us, myself included. Breakup of marriages, losing a job, losing money. You could either be humiliated by that experience. Oh my God, I'm a freaking loser. I effed this up. Oh my God, I'm living with roommates now. Oh my God, I'm going to go to my reunion. I'm going to be the biggest loser. You either are humiliated or you are humbled. Thank goodness I have someone to live with now. I have learned so much. I am so blessed. You are humbled. And that choice point makes all the difference. Bitter, humiliated, or present, appreciative. Your call.
Mm-hmm.
If you're bitter, you are entitled. I should have this. I deserve it. Me, mine, mine. And the God comes up and smacks you in the face. Cut it out. It's not about you. Let it go. You're missing it. You're totally missing it. You said, I'm going to speak for myself. Colby, you said you wanted to be awakened. You didn't know it would take this, Colby. You didn't know your life would fall apart. But this is what it requires to get under your ego. Now, if you've had losses, it's not about trying to regain what you lost. That's not what it's about. Even though so many people are selling audiobooks and courses and things to get you to buy them, to get you to bunch of hooey. It'll work for a while. It'll get you to the top of the mountain, and then God's going to come and cut off the top of the mountain. Boom, and you're like, holy moly, what just happened? You can't get to God unless you've had a loss. You can't. Because you're so full of self. You can't. Why would you? Why would you allow a greater sense of well-being if you're like so full of yourself? This is suffering is the doorway to God. It is. It is. Yes, there's a place for well-being. There's a place for appreciation. Yes, there's a place, the Abraham Hicks work, and that's great work. There's a place for that. But there's also a place for this. If you're really good looking, really wealthy, really healthy, raised properly, much more difficult to get to an awakened space. Just is. Anyone who's entered into higher consciousness has had to experience a loss. And yet, when we experience loss, we are running, trying to fix it, trying to get ahead. No place to go. Here we are. We could do it this time, or we'll get another opportunity. Don't worry. I'd rather do it this time myself. I'm getting a sense, Shefali, you're seeing yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. And like, I'm like, oh, God, Colby, you couldn't have come at a better time.
Oh, God bless you.
And
In
the
mind,
thing
you
is,
invited me.
I did.
This is your manifestation, my friend.
Yes. And yeah. Yeah, you're speaking right to me. Absolutely, 100%. I'm not going to deny it, and I can't even hide from it. So,
Great.
everyone, this is me, vulnerable me. Absolutely. And my oh, like I didn't talk to Colby before we went live because last time I did, I was a wreck through the whole show because it's like he sees so deeply. So I made sure I did not talk to him before he went live, but now he's still talking to me. I'm like, oh crap. Um, what was I gonna say? Oh my God, it's like, and so yeah, so this is the magic of Colby. He sees exactly what's going on with you, whether you say anything or not, which is like sometimes scary. I'll be honest, but um, just talking to everyone right now. I'm so glad. I'm so glad it's not just me. But but to be honest, Colby, this has always been my thing, right? I have always wanted to, not wanted to, but I've been on this path. I was going to say freaking path for so long, and there's so many ups and downs, and so many I've suffered, so many. So to the depths of my being, and I know that for me, the awakening, self-realization, all that stuff is my goal, is the purpose for why I'm here, etc. But you know what? Um, like you said something at the very beginning, really quickly. I'm just gonna get back to that. You said if Christianity was not the path for you, or the way that everybody did it is not the path, then you have to create your own. And I think that was where I was always struggling. It's like Hinduism is what, I'm more strongly, if I have to claim a religion, it would be that. But it doesn't exactly work the way it does for other Hindu people who are on the spiritual path, if that makes sense. So it's like I'm also trying to figure out my own way while trying to keep one foot in the Hinduism and then the other foot in the, I don't know what, if that makes sense.
It does. What you're showing me is there's the outer divine. If we have an energetic field around us, a jelly bean, okay? Below our feet, above our heads, to the right, left, front. Okay. We have a jelly bean. And there's a God from without, outside of us, and there's a God in the jelly bean. What you were talking about is you're trying to access the God outside the jelly bean. I'm very interested at present at the God within. Now, God exists in both places. God, the divine, Yahweh, Allah, whatever that is. God exists in both places, the outer and the inner.
Yeah. But I've experienced both. I've experienced it on the outer and I've experienced it in the inner, but I can't, like, I'm trying to merge the two, I think. I think.
Right. But
I'm it's a thinking thing, obviously, so I'm going to put it all wrong. I'm just gonna, I need to focus on one, either the inner or the outer. So I think for me it's the inner.
right. So instead of trying to find an answer, right? Instead of, because then you're going to keep looking, you allow yourself to know the divine within.
Yeah.
It's about allowing, right? Let's not
Yeah.
make this more complicated than it needs to be, because it's not. God, the divine, whatever, makes it fairly easy to know it. We just got to get out of our way and let go. And in Yiddish, we call it mishigash, which is what it sounds like, the craziness. We got to let go of our mishigash. And you're
Yeah.
comparing yourself to what you imagine other people are experiencing in the Hindu community, which you may or may not be correct. But bottom line is, it's not helping you to compare yourself,
No.
right?
And you just twigged a memory from way back when my guru, still my guru, but my guru at that time had was trying to get me to not be so attached to the external God symbols, etc. Um, which is because he was trying to get me to connect with the internal, not the external.
Right.
Which, yeah. So thank you for that reminder and that memory of that. That was very powerful at that time. And get it. Okay, so that's enough about me.
Well, there's something about to happen if you let it.
Yeah,
There's an energy pressing in on you. So why don't
I
you
feel it.
why don't I lead folks through a meditation
Sounds good.
and you allow that to occur? Because I can see it starting. Is that okay?
Yep, sounds good. Yep.
So I'm going to prepare you all to be live callers. Okay. So this is the first practice I always teach. Now, if you get on the one-on-one call with me and you haven't done this, I will say, okay, we're going to go to the next call. We may come back to you because I need this in place to do the work with you. Okay. What I want to introduce you to is your still point, which is 3 fingers below your belly button and in the middle of you. Your still point, your hara, your dantian, all words for the same thing, is the center of you. By bringing your attention into your hara, your dantian, your still point, energy follows attention. Your attention's in your belly, energy will come your way. If your attention's above you or outside of you, not much can happen that's really significant, that's really going to stay with you. So bring your attention 3 fingers below your belly button now. And in the middle of you. There you go. As if there's an eye in there and you're looking out from your belly out your eye. There you go. And ask the beings that I've gathered here, hey, help me to get deeper into my still point. Please help me to get deeper into my still point. And if you're able to sit up or stand up, that's ideal. If you're laying down, more difficult, but if you can't stand up or sit up, that's okay. And say, hey, bring me to my still point, and you're going to notice you get more calm. You're going to notice you get more serene, and you stop thinking so much. There you go. Thinking is the enemy of spirituality. Having said that, you want to think well enough to know who to work with. There we go. God, Lord, all that is, all that's ever been, all that's ever mattered and truly existed. Thank you for my life. Thank you for the good life of these people. Please assist us to know our still point now. I call in my archangels, Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron, Archangel Gabriel, my awakened ancestors, the tiger, the bear, the unicorn, squirrel, fox, and rabbit, and turtle now, to assist us in this endeavor to know the divine within. So gathering them around us, creating a container influenced by these energetics to help you learn quickly and efficiently for you. Help us to let go. There we go. Whew. And if you want to go deeper, you just say to the beings, hey, help me to go deeper into my still point, please. Hey, help me to go deeper into my still point. And down you go. Some of you may find yourselves out of your body. That's okay. Just wherever they take you. Awesome. Nice slow breaths here. In through your nose, out through your mouth. The slower you're breathing, the better. The more calm you are. Out of your head. Good. So we're about to take live calls if it's okay with Shefali. If you're going to have a live call with me, turn your camera on. I won't read you if your camera's off. Have a clear, hey, Colby, I'm suffering over this, or I want to let go of that. 1, 2 sentences. Not this big thing, please. I don't need it. It's just confusing to me. Have your camera so I can see your face, not the top of your head or your chest hair or whatever, okay? Or your pants right here. Be well lit, okay? And just really brief. I don't want a whole story. I don't like story because it's not true anyway, for the most part. What you're suffering over, what you want to let go of. I'm going to do this very quickly. I'm going to teach you a practice from the package so you can decide if this package resonates with you, if it's part of your path. How did I do, Shefali? Did I do good?
Awesome. Yes, awesome. I think we're ready to take some questions. So I see that Jay has turned on his video. Awesome. Jay, you want to unmute? Yeah, we can see you. We can hear you in a second.
And be in your still point, everyone. Be in your still point. I'm not going to read you unless you are. Go ahead, Mr. J. How can I help you, sir?
Hi, I seem to be stuck, frozen for years, decades. I did est years ago, so that was kind of an awakening for me.
Jay, where are you stuck? Jay, where are you? I'm trying to be brief here. Give me one area where you're stuck. Your whole life's not stuck, sir.
Developing intuition and cash flow, finances. Or
Which one you want me to look at, Jay?
finances.
How do you want to make money, Jay?
I have a visioning process that I'm really passionate about. I just love it, and I don't really know how to
All right, Jay,
turn.
stop. So I'm going to stop you when I got it because there's no point. Okay, is that good, okay, Jay? Jay, go down into your still point, sweetheart. Down you go. Let me know when you got a straight. Very good, Jay. Tell me what's happening as it happens. Repeat after me.
I
Get. I've ripped open the first, second, third chakra. I have ripped open the
ripped open
second and third chakras.
second and third chakras.
I allow this.
I allow this.
I accept it.
I accept it.
And I acknowledge it.
I acknowledge it.
Now, if you feel like Jay that you have a problem in your first, second, and third, you should repeat the same. And here we go, Jay. There we go. And we're off. What's happening, Jay?
Had a lot of sadness in my throat and my heart chakra area.
So, Jay, your situation is that you spilled out your first, second, and third chakra so that all your energetic guts are out in front of you, making you not attractive to work with because you don't have you. You have spilled out you. Now, the reason you have spilled out you, I imagine, is you had to give up yourself to your mother and father, one or both, in order to survive the childhood. So you've learned to give yourself up. Do you understand?
Yep, they were narcissists.
Okay, whatever. So we need to pull you back from the front of your field to the back. Your back is where your ancestors hang out.
Yeah.
And you have denied them. Because you're like, my parents are shit. Pardon me, Shefali. My parents were whatever. So I'm not going to trust those sons of. Okay? Repeat after me. One more thing. I allow myself
back.
There you go. And I ask for assistance now. And I ask for assistance now.
And I ask for assistance now.
To move me back.
To move me back.
Into my field.
Into my field.
There you go. Notice the power that's coming in, Jay.
Yeah, I feel it.
Now, Jay, you're going to keep your attention behind you from this point forward. Colby, that's a lot of work. You want me to do that 24/7? Yes, Jay, I want you to do that 24/7. Your other option, Cole. What's your other option? You got no other option. You've got to keep your attention back to consolidate your back. And if you want, we could do a private session where we help scoop up your innards and put them back in your body. Jay, you're a lovely person. It's not like you're not a nice guy. You just don't think you're worthy to have without giving yourself up.
Right. Yeah.
Okay? I can have without giving myself up. Can you repeat that?
I can have without giving myself up.
That is your freaking mantra. Do you get it, Jay?
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
Was this helpful, sweetheart?
Yes, it was.
Jay, I look forward to seeing you.
Great. Thank you.
Namaste.
Awesome. Thank you, Jay. That was great. Awesome. Good work. All right, Sulis.
If it's okay with you, I'm trying to move very quickly, and I'm not doing full-on 15-minute sessions the normally way I do it, because I'm trying to get people somewhere quick. And then if they want to do more, they buy the package or whatever the case may be.
Yep. Hi, Sulis.
Hi there. Thank you so much. Hi, Colby. I'm trying to make it brief. I am sensing
your attention,
so
sweetheart.
much.
Keep your attention in your still point, sweetheart, or else I can't help you. Down you go. Where are you suffering? What do you want to let go of?
Self-blame.
Regarding?
My marriage failed, and
What's his name or her name? What's his or her name?
yeah, his name, Wolfram.
Got it. Keep going. So you blame yourself for the ending of your marriage?
I did.
Great.
Well, I am.
Let's stop.
Well, kind of.
Stop. I know enough. I see it. It's all good. Let's go. Sulis, you're going to say this. I get that there's extension. I get that there's an extension
that there is an extension
from my second and third
from my second and third
to him. To him. Say his name.
To Wolfram.
Good. I accept that.
I accept it.
I allow it.
I allow it.
I acknowledge it.
I acknowledge it.
There we go. Stay in your still point, sweetheart. You're gonna have a lot of expression. Stay, stay, stay. There we go. What's happening, sweetheart?
Wow, very warm. I'm sweating. Whew.
Stay with it. Stay in your still point. Stay in your still point, sweetheart. You're doing fine. I'm right here. Nothing bad's happening to you. In fact, sweetheart, find the pleasure in this. There is pleasure, not only pain. There you go. Very nice. Good job. You're very coachable, Solus. Very nice. There you go. Find that pleasure. There you go. Uncross your hands. Open your body. Don't cross anything. Open up. There you go. Ah. How are you?
Yeah. More freedom. Feeling more free.
Good. Let it happen. Still happening. Whew. Keep going. Now, there's a reason we allow people to extend into us. That would be a deeper dive, so this doesn't happen again. Okay? We extend into other people or allow them to give up power or to get power, right? Because we don't think we're enough, blah, 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 blah. Okay, and that's work to be done. That's okay. All of this is a doorway into your divinity. You knowing you have you, which is more than adequate. There you go. How are you now, sweetheart?
Lighter. Whew.
Okay, I'm gonna let you be with that, okay?
All right, very warm. Oh wow, I'm sweating really. Oh God.
Okay, that's okay.
Thank
Sweetheart, please give yourself permission to experience this. You tend to like have an experience and then run and do laundry or some shit, right? Just sit in the energy of this call, please. You healing you does us all a favor. We need you. We all need you. Okay?
All right, sir.
I like the sir part. I'll see you
Thank
soon.
you, Solus. That was great.
Thank
Thank you.
you. So grateful for you. So
Pleasure's
thank
mine.
you.
Awesome. Thank you. All right, we're going to Tanya.
Yes. Hello, Colby. Hello,
Oh,
Lara.
we
Yeah, I
need
need more light on you.
light. We need more light,
sorry.
Tanya.
Light.
Yes, yes. Light.
Put light on
Light
you.
is here.
Light.
Light is here.
Yeah.
Still point,
So-
please.
My-
Still point.
Still point, still.
Down you go.
Good luck.
I still get triggered by criticism, as my mom was very critical and I had a lot of people and I
Let
don't
go.
know.
Where are you suffering? Less explanation.
Okay.
Let's get to it.
How do I stop just caring about, whatever people like, dislike? It is their business. How
Who in your
I
life?
stop?
Who in your life do you care too much what they think of you? Name somebody. Who?
Who? Well, people I work with.
Wait. One person. I have to pull a thread. One person. The more specific you can be, the better I can be.
Okay. Even my son,
Perfect. What's his name?
Robert.
Got it. Say, I. Say your name.
Robert.
There it is.
Tanya.
Oh, I got it. Okay, hold on. There's a different way of handling this. I get.
I get.
I don't trust love.
I don't trust love.
I accept that.
I accept that.
I allow it.
I allow it.
And I acknowledge it.
And I acknowledge it.
Yet.
Yet.
It is what I am here for.
It's what I'm here for,
I accept that.
and I accept it.
And here we go.
And here's a oh. Can't stop. I was crying and now I feel like laughing.
Good. What your thing is.
Am I laughing at myself or am I just letting energy go?
Hang out for a second. We all have a God aspect we are embodying. You
Mhm.
are love. Shefali is love. I'm not love. There are many aspects of God, right? The divine. I am glory. I am closest to glory, astonishment, wonder. So once you know your God aspect, then it gives you an indication what to do. But
Mhm.
whatever your God aspect is, you also have a roadmap too.
Mhm.
Goes hand in hand. So you are all about love, but you have a problem just allowing love. You think you have to manufacture it. Do you understand?
Yes.
So this gives you an indication what your soul is wanting from you. Oh, I am here to love and just know love and be love without having to get it, do it, make it. Holy moly, now I know what to do in that conversation with my boss tomorrow. I have to embody love without trying to make it happen. This gives you direction. Do you follow me?
Mhm.
How do you feel?
I feel better, but very sad that I don't trust love.
Well, of course you don't trust love. That's part of the path. If you, I don't have a problem with love because I'm not here. That's not my God aspect. I have a huge problem with glory and astonishment because that's what I'm here for. Whatever you're here for, whatever you're born with, you have a roadblock to. That's the path to clean that up. Does that make sense?
Do you mean unconditional love, even if I'm not receiving? I just shouldn't be bothered by not receiving.
Anytime I want you to write this down or listen to me loud and clear. Are you ready?
Okay.
I'm going to give you
Yes.
the truth. Are you ready?
I am ready.
You never try to receive. Ever. Ever.
Okay.
Ever. You only try to let go.
Okay.
Because receiving is really grasping.
It is.
Because you never just like, oh, I'm open to receive. You're really trying to grasp. You're a taker. And we want to be like Source itself. This comes from the Kabbalah. Give credit to. If we want to be like Source, the closest metaphor is we want to be like the sun. The sun shines regardless if my windows are down, my drapes are down. It's still shining. You want to be love regardless of what you're getting or not getting.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone who's saying I'm open to receive, really you're trying to take. We only take when our ego's in play because we don't have enough, because we doubt that which is. Take your attention off of taking, getting, and receiving, and put it on shining. Shining love. Shining. You're trying to take from your kid as opposed to just shining that which you are. I think you just got it. Do you feel it?
Yeah.
How do you feel?
I feel better.
Mazel tov. Congratulations.
I needed to hear it. Yeah.
And you heard it, and I want you to
Yeah.
write it down. The
I
challenge
will.
with people who are into self-development is we get so much content and we think it's great, and then we forget it 2 days later. On a pad where you have coffee or tea or matcha, whatever it is you drink in the morning, put this down so that it's there in the morning, every morning. I am here to shine love,
I'm
not
here to abandon love.
Because when you're shining love, guess what? You're gonna get more than your share.
Yeah, understand that. Thank
Like
you so
attract
much,
like.
Colby. Thank
Okay.
you, appreciate it. Thank you so
Oh,
much.
my absolute pleasure. And there's
Thank you.
more.
There's always more.
Always more.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Tanya.
Thank you a lot. Thank you.
Thank you. Good job. Great work.
Thank you. Mm.
Your people are
All
on
right,
fire, Shefali. I'm moving my dog. Excuse me. Excuse me. Okay. Yes, let's go.
All right. Sarah, you're next.
Hello.
Hello.
My question is about my goal is to make more connection with family, with my work, with my spirit guides, with my angels, all of that. I feel like there's something I am not seeing.
What do you want to make connection with? Give me one, please. Anyone who gets a live call, I want one thing.
My spirit work.
What does that mean? What does that look like?
That looks like me being able to connect with the divine in such a way that I bring in healing for myself and those I work with, and that I find and connect with people who I might be able to help facilitate their understanding and their healing.
Sweetheart? Sweetheart, Sarah. Can I call you sweetheart?
You may call me sweetheart. You may also call me Sarah, which is how I pronounce my name.
All right, Sarah. So you have an agenda for God.
I have work to do. I'm here to do work.
No. Sarah, you're here
Yes.
because you're here. You have a whole thing. I want to connect to God so that I can XYZ. You have an agenda for the divine. You are a drop in the ocean. You're trying to, the wave is trying to tell the ocean what to do. How about, Sarah, you just connect to the divine and whatever happens, happens. Maybe you can't even imagine what you're here to do. You don't even know. It's beyond you. What if you can connect to the divine and you wind up moving to Portugal and becoming a farmer and whatever, and it's the greatest life you couldn't even imagine having? What if you just made your mission, I want to know the divine within me? Not for any reason, just because I'm called.
That is the longing. That is the passion.
Great, then let's own it. That's you.
I,
Say your name, sweetheart.
Sarah,
Choose to accept.
choose to accept.
I am who I am.
I am who I am.
Without cause, without consequence.
A cause without consequence.
Your attention down, sweetheart, into your still point. Without cause, without consequence.
Without cause, without consequence.
I am.
I am.
There we go. Here we go. Give up your agenda and allow its agenda to flow through. There you go. Now we got something. There we go. Stay in your still point. You hang out there. I'm going to talk. The wave doesn't tell the ocean what to do. And the wave is the ocean, because if you go deep enough into the wave, guess what? You enter into the ocean. So we just got to get you to go down into what you really are. The depths of you, the ocean, the God, the great mystery. People have defined God, the divine, Lord, Yahweh, and certain things. But in truth, it is the mystery. We don't know what it is, and we don't know how it works. And we need to relinquish ourselves, if we're going to get anywhere with it, to allow the mystery that is. We don't know how it works. We don't know its ways. We don't know what it is. And yet, some of us, I believe you, are called. There you go. Nice. There you go. You're getting bigger. There you go. What's going on, sweetheart?
Just feeling the delight of that love in my heart.
Beautiful. Simple. Clean. Peaceful.
And that's what I need or want, desire, would be delighted, would love to draw on. I've done 2 funerals this week for women whose husbands died suddenly in their 40s, and just want to be there for them and have whatever comfort it is I could give. No, wrong?
That's your ego. That's not your spirit.
Is it?
I just want to know God, and whatever I'm called to do will become clear. I just want to know God, and whatever. You have an agenda for God. I'm going to use God to do X, Y, and Z so I can provide comfort to these people who need comfort. Maybe, maybe not. How about you just know God? Know is the wrong word because you can't know God, but I'm scrambling for words here.
Feel. It's
Feel, sense. We're all saying the same thing. I just want to acknowledge. How about I just want to know that which is and who I am? And whatever that means, that is. Can you
That's where-
imagine?
that is where I want to dwell.
Right. So, well, visit, and visit again and again and again.
I won't get up in the morning until I've spent 2 hours just in that between state, trying to not trying to, feeling the angelic realm and just swimming in that delicious ocean.
Right. Well, can you imagine, Zara, if I had to get my connection to heal you all? The healings would be really funky. It's like being a comedian. Have you ever been to a comedian who tries to make people laugh and there's a lot of effort? And it's really uncomfortable to watch a comedian who's trying to make people laugh, as opposed to a comedian who's having a great time and you're laughing with them. That is the distinction I'm trying to make here. I am present to my beingness, and it's coming out in this way. Not to shift you, but I just happen to be here with you all. I'm here. You're getting the benefit of me being here.
Okay. I'm very happy to know there's nothing I have to do, that I can just be.
Other than move yourself into these states without an agenda. Let go of your agenda of what it's going to do for you and just go. I suggest you listen to this call again,
I was going to say I'm going to listen to this call again.
please. And the package may be perfect for you. Okay?
Okay.
Namaste.
Awesome.
Namaste and Mazal Tov. May you have good signs, good stars, good constellations, and may you always be moved in the most joyous way to do the highest work.
Udaraba.
Vakasha.
Thank you, Sarah.
Jew to Jew.
Yeah, she's Jewish. All right, Andrea, you want to unmute?
Am I
Hi.
unmuted?
Good.
Yep, you are.
Hello. I'm honored to be here. Thank you, Shefali and Colby, for your time.
So are you in your still point? First question.
Oh, nice.
Am I in my still point? Yes. Any help you can offer. I am a physical empath. I've had a lot around my heart, but I have this fixation on death. I notice when I feel death around others, or they've been dealing with death, or I've had a loss of a loved one, and I think sometimes I miss the other side and want to cross over. And I know I need to be here. It's enough for me to just be here. So I just ask for any help you can see.
So I'm not quite sure what your question is for me. You got a lot there. Colby, I would like your help too.
Let go of the fixation I have with death,
Why?
crossing over.
Why?
Because I feel like my service here is more important to just hold the light and anchor the light.
Why do you think you're fixated on death?
Oh, so then I actually am confused around it. Okay, that makes sense.
Can you answer my question though? Just curious. Why do you think you're fixated on death?
Probably because it's not very often I have many days where I don't think of death in some way, or I think of the other side, or I want to be there, or somebody I'm working with. I can just, it's definitely a disconnect from the matrix. I don't know where I'm at. I think I'm in a state of confusion now.
I don't think you're confused. I think you're resentful.
Okay,
I think
I
that
could see that.
you're challenged. Like anyone who's at all spiritual has moments where they don't want to be here. Because
Yes.
if you don't have those moments, then you don't have to choose to be here. Most people, the muggles of the world, don't question to be here or not be here. Us, the sensitives, do, because the invitation is, are you really going to be here and relinquish your resentment for what hasn't happened while you're here?
Okay.
You don't like this plane of existence because you'd like it to
I
be,
don't feel like I belong. Yeah.
yeah, you'd rather be in Mr. Rogers' neighborhood where everyone's nice and kind and there are little animals that talk to you or whatever, right? I get it, right?
Mm,
You want that. And unfortunately or fortunately, this is not that. And
yes.
reconcile.
I accept that I'm here.
Reconcile not because of other people's resentment, but because of your own.
Okay.
And then it turns against you that you don't like you.
Oh, see, I love me.
You don't like you.
Okay.
So I'll demonstrate. Andrea or Andrea, so bring your attention into your still point, sweetheart.
Okay.
And you say, I
I
get,
I get.
I may not like me.
I may not like me.
Here we go. Let it out, sweetie.
I'm tired. I can't do enough. I just want to be enough.
Okay. Christian, Catholic, Hindu, what were you raised as? What's your family majority?
My family was Christian.
Perfect.
I am not religious. I'm spiritual.
Let's use it. Hey, your DNA knows Christianity. Let's go with it. I
I
take these embers from the burned cross
take these embers from the burned cross
and sacrifice them.
and sacrifice them.
There we go. There you go. I tie this
I tie this
to the burned cross.
to the burned cross.
Let it take this with it
I let it take this with it
as a sacrifice.
as a sacrifice.
I let this go.
I let this go
Endure with this.
and endure with this.
Endure with this.
Endure with this
I'm making word up. To my divine.
to my divine.
There you go. You hang out there, I'm going to talk. Whatever your
Thank you.
family's religion is or yours, use it. Why not? I'm not terribly Jewish, but I use it because my DNA is centuries and centuries of Jews. I got it in my DNA. I might as well use the mythology, the laws to my advantage. There you go. And that's all I'm doing with Andrea right now. And if
Thank
you
you.
have something that you'd like to tie to the burden cross and sacrifice it, it's a wonderful way to go if you got it in your genes. How are you, Andrea?
I feel light.
Good,
I feel more present.
good.
Wow, thank you. It's going to be okay.
Sensitives like us tend to live from the outside in because we learned to figure out what's outside to know if we're safe.
Yep.
The path of an empath or high sensitive is to go from the inside out. And so I would like to draw your attention deeper and deeper into the self. But what's in your way is this resentment that you've released and some other stuff to release as well. But anytime your attention is outside of the self, you're going to pick up all sorts of crap that then you feel like you need to attend to as a nice person that you are. You're lovely.
It's what my mom did and probably my grandma, and I just
Yeah,
emulated it.
You were well trained. God bless you.
Yes, I was well trained, and yes, God bless them.
Right. And it's not getting you where you want to go next. Okay.
Yeah.
Feel better?
I do. I appreciate you today. Thank you so much. I'm truly
Oh,
grateful.
God bless you.
God bless you. God
Thank
bless
you, Andrea.
Everyone else. Thank you, everybody, for this time.
Thank you. Oh my goodness. Okay, that was all these mini readings, healings are so powerful. It's like, oh my goodness. Susan, how are you doing? I haven't seen you in a while.
Hello, how are you? I'm doing
Good.
okay. Hi, Colby. Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you, Susan. What's up?
Okay, here it is in a
Are you in your
nutshell.
still point?
I'm in Still Point, yes. I'm
Awesome.
content.
Shefali. Shefali
Okay.
on my team always. Yes, Susan. Cut to it.
Okay, here it is in a nutshell. Okay, my main suffering right now is loss of independence due to loss of my central vision. And it's been giving me a lot of grief, suffering, and difficulty where the physical body just wants to quit.
Not true. So what are you asking me?
What is my path forward with this?
So you lost your central vision,
Yes.
which I don't know enough about, but I assume that means
Okay, when I lost my central vision, I cannot read. I cannot write something. I cannot see it right. It's all like whited out and blurred. I cannot see the faces. I cannot drive a car. I cannot do the computer. My husband basically does it all.
Susan,
What?
sweetie, do you get that I love you?
Yes.
Okay. Do you see my hair back here?
No, only if I look straight on, all I see is a big jumbled mess.
Okay.
I do not see you or detail.
Okay. My point is, I didn't do that right. I have some balding going on. God, why am I balding? I had such nice hair. What the hell's going on? What is the opportunity of me losing my hair? So, Susan, what's the opportunity of you losing your sight?
There, in my opinion, there really is none.
Absolutely there is, sweetheart. Come on, Susan. You're a smart cookie. I believe.
What's the opportunity?
Yeah, because there's a huge opportunity. I will demonstrate. Susan, bring your attention down to your still point, sweetheart. Three fingers
Okay.
for your belly button in the middle of you. Drop down all the way. There you go. Very nice, Susan. Ask for assistance. Good job. I, Susan,
Susan,
get to love myself
I get to love myself
the way God loves me.
and God loves me.
Now. I get. Say it.
I get it. I get it.
I do not need to see with my eyes.
I get that I do not need to see with my eyes.
There you go. And I get to see with my knowing. There you go. Keep going. There you go. It's already happening. Don't even worry about it.
I get to see with my belly.
Knowing.
Knowing.
There you go. Gorgeous. And clearing, 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 and cleared. I'm not saying everything's a lesson, but everything's an opportunity. Good. How are you doing, Susan?
I feel this is just like temporary. I've gone through the journey and now I will come out like a winner on the other end. I don't know what that means, but that's just the feeling I'm getting.
Great.
I can't shake it.
Good. Let that happen.
And I see my angel here. They're comforting me.
Good job. Like I said, you could be humbled by an experience or humiliated.
Yes.
You don't have to just see with your eyes. A lot of times when I do readings, I have people shut off their cameras, the longer ones, because I don't want to see with my eyes. I want to see with my psychic ability. Because it makes me more accurate.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
Good.
I've been feeling more with my intuition and gut. They've come on very high.
Yep, I bet they have.
And I've been relying more on that. Like, no, that's not right. This is right. And I'll go follow the right thing.
Good job, my friend. Any sort of suffering, there's a doorway to your divine. And you just found it. Mazel tov to you.
Thank you very much. Much appreciated. And blessings to you.
Pleasure's mine.
Consolidate. Also to you for picking me. Much grace and gratitude from my heart to yours. Thank you.
Thank you, Susan. Yeah, good to see you, Susan. Good to
Thank
have
you.
you
It's
with us
very
today.
great to see you again.
Exactly. Yeah. Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we're gonna go to Gabriella.
Oi. Hello, Shefali. Hello, Colby.
Hi, Gabriella.
It's a great honor to see you again and Colby to meet you. My problem is trying to concise it in one little sentence. Why do I push myself always down the line, down the list of healing, but I jump when somebody needs the healing? I leave everything aside and I'm doing it for them. And I'm doing things online and distance healing network. But if I've got a problem myself, which I have, I don't find the time to do that. And I'm thinking, no, I can do it another time. There is plenty of time for me. I've got to sort out these people first. Where am I going wrong?
You tell me. How come?
I don't know. I'm thinking, is it? I don't value myself. I don't love myself enough. Why don't I see myself with the eyes of God? You know, I can do everything and I can work for anybody. That I work for them, it doesn't mean that I'm pushing myself the last. We are all one, isn't it?
Why are you making yourself last? Why
I don't know.
Not your own priority?
I don't really know.
Is it wrong to be a priority?
No, it's not.
Apparently it is.
No, it's not. But you see, Colby, my problem is I can sort these things on an intellectual, logical level, but I would like to feel it that I'm right. I would like to feel the joy of doing that, and I have lost it.
Close your eyes.
Yes.
Your attention, 3 fingers below your belly button and in the middle.
Yep. Yep.
Say, I am a potato.
I am a potato.
I am a potato.
I am a potato.
There we go. I am a potato.
I am a potato. It makes me feel so happy to say that.
Let's make you a potato. Now,
Yes,
a potato,
please.
the reason I'm doing this, I'm going to talk, you stay where you are. Is we're
Mhm.
doing, and if you want to do this right now, you just say yourself, I'm a potato. We're going to access the energy of being a potato, usually in the ground, and just being in that consciousness of potato-ness and get out of our freaking heads about what's right, what's wrong, what we should do, what we shouldn't do, and just be a potato. Give yourself a break of getting out of your head. I am a potato. There you go, Gabrielle.
It makes me feel so good, happy.
Good.
I'm accepting it. It's lovely.
Great. Now from here,
Yeah.
you attend to yourself and work on yourself if you're a potato.
If I'm a potato, I know that I need to stay in the ground to do photosynthesis, chlorophyll, to develop leaves, be a strong plant. That's what I know, and be happy.
Right.
That's my only mission.
Great. And so as a potato, you'll attend,
Yeah.
meaning
As a
that
potato.
I am bypassing all your thinking structures about why you're
Mhm.
important or whatever it is, and just accessing pure consciousness. And from a state of pure consciousness, we're outside of our mind and our ego and can attend to you if you're called to do that. Meaning Gabrielle or Gabriella, I'm not quite sure.
Gabi. Yeah.
Gabby, I appreciate that.
Thank
Instead of figuring out why you're mentally tripping out, let's just
Yeah.
push that to the side and just be potatoes.
And do you think that the pain that I experience for the past 1 year or something in the legs, it's as if I'm cemented in my ankles. I can't go anywhere.
Yep.
It's as if what is it?
And notice the pain is gone. There's no pain because the pain exists in a mental structure.
Mm-hmm.
By you being a potato, you let all that go. And you enter into potato-ness, into the unified field. So, Gabby, it doesn't matter to me why you, quote, don't value yourself, which I don't know if it's even correct. What matters to me, how do we open the door to your divinity? And we just did. We got rid of your mishigosh, your craziness, where we didn't attend it. By not attending to it, we don't feed it and grow it. We just become potatoes.
And then that is going to unleash my joy of painting because I'm afraid of being judged by other people. You are not good enough. All this.
Well, let's see. Be a potato and see if it's there. Be a potato.
You know, Colby, I really love you for saying these things to me. It's nobody has ever talked like this to me. You are wonderful. I am a potato. You can mash me. You can fry me.
You're sweet. It was lovely connecting with you.
Thank you so much.
Pleasure's mine.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Gabby.
And thank you, Shefali. Amazing. Wonderful.
That was amazing. Awesome. Good.
I will never forget the 13th. It's a lucky day.
Yes, absolutely. Awesome. Thank you so much, Gabby.
Thank you.
Wow, what amazing mini readings, healings. Yeah, Sarah says I'm also a potato, and I was also saying I'm a potato, and it's like, yeah, just be a potato because for a lot of us, we are in our heads a lot. We think a lot, analyze a lot, and make up stories a lot, etc. But when you're a potato, you're not.
Nope, you get a hiatus from your mind.
Yeah.
Our stories build on each other. Oh, I'm not worthwhile, therefore this and that and the other thing. Now I can't do this and I'll never meet. Psh, I'm a potato.
Exactly. I loved it. This was so amazing. This was awesome. So Colby, I just want to take a few minutes and talk about the package, and then if you can highlight some of the key or main processes that may be helpful for people, I think that would be helpful.
Sure. Let's try.
All right, so I am sharing my screen. You should be able to see it now. And Colby's package is the Align with the Divine, the God Habits. There's 36 recordings, but we're not going to go talk about all 36, but some of them. So what we did today was we were aligning with the divine, right? We were accessing the doorway to our divinity, right? Right, Colby?
Yep, exactly. By honoring our truth. I'm just,
Honoring our truth.
that's it. That's all it takes. And sometimes it's just saying the truth. And sometimes it's a practice like the potato, bringing yourself, changing your field to be where you want it to be. So this package has 36 recordings, very brief, with 26 practices, very brief. So like I said, I'm an ADHD kid grown up, so I try to make things very powerful, very quick, very short, because I didn't have the attention to meditate for years or hours. So the first item is maximizing your results. This is where I just give you the lay of the land of what you're going to be experiencing. And then you move quickly into item 2, which is all about entering the matrix, the container that I've established with guides and animal totems to make learning more efficient for you. So a lot of the things I'm saying have power because of the structure that I put around it. Then we move to our next item, mastering your attention. Most people are highly aware of to be being very positive, but what they're not aware of is where their attention is from in their body. You are always speaking or thinking from an area, and it's so important that you come from the appropriate spot so you manifest accordingly. Then we move to the next series of recording about connecting to the planet. This is super important that we start with a ground. Most people's fields are developed as a triangle, and what we want is the triangle to be thicker at the bottom and sharper at the top. But most people are inverted, which they have very little ground and a lot up here, which makes them highly psychic, but very unstable. So there are a bunch of practices here to get you quickly grounded into the earth. The earth needs to be our best friend for health, longevity, resilience, emotional stability. That all comes from the earth. So many people are psychic and not resilient, full of chaos and drama and fatigue and headaches. You don't want that. So these practices help you to quickly connect to the earth. Then we move on to the habit of staying calm. Again, most people who are in the New Age are so interested in being joyful and getting their Maserati. We want to enter a place of calm, stability, knowing our well-being, so that we have a nice foundation to experience the elevated states. And there are a bunch of practices in this. One that calls out to me now is how to live below thought. We have so much going on in our heads that when we drop below it, all of a sudden you know well-being because you're no longer thinking. And then we move to our next item, which is prioritizing love. We all say we want love, but we don't put ourselves in the position to be love, to be that which shines without apology, without condition. We just love. And like attracts like, as I said before. If you're emanating love, guess what? You're going to be being in love. You don't need a new puppy, a new kitten, or a lover to be in love. You can energetically bring yourself there whenever you want. And the next item has to do with holding on to yourself. And that was Jay's issue, for the most part, about being okay with you, holding on to yourself. Stop giving yourself away to other people to know that you're okay, even though you might have been trained to do that as a child. Look, I'll be the good one. I'll be the considerate one. I'll be the one who takes care of everyone. And in the end, you're exhausted and you're not plentiful. This is about how do I hold on to myself, treat myself as I'm valuable, so the world will reflect that to me. And the next recordings are about connecting to the everything. This is the big pa-boom. This is connecting to the whole, recognizing that you are the web of life and you are connected to the whole of it. I leave this as the last recording because you need the foundation to build up enough ground, enough calm, enough self-love before you connect to the whole. So many people are connecting to all of this without having the infrastructure, and they fry themselves and they experience fatigue. They experience overwhelm, confuse, lethargy. We want the foundation before you start recognizing that you are connected to everyone and everything. You are the divine itself. That is the package. And if it calls to you, if you feel this is you're on your path, please, I urge you. It's been a game changer for so many. And normally this, I'm giving Shefali's group a huge discount. I think it's normally like $297 because Shefali's my friend. That's why. So
Absolutely. So go ahead.
No, please.
I was just going to say, so this package is $97. There is a payment plan available. And of course, if you are an Inner Circle member, please do use your gift code as well. There's like some testimonials here for you to check out, but I'll be honest, that this package is so helpful for people to actually be in their bodies, to actually be able to connect with their divinity within, and to actually just to be, right? It's not about gaining anything or getting anything or doing anything. It's just to be. And then in that beingness, in that isness, in that acceptance, and in that allowance, whatever is for your highest good, or whatever that your soul has planned out for this lifetime, will start to unfold. Right, it'll come into your awareness, because I know I'm a doer, right? So it's like, okay, what do I have to do after this? So but those steps will start to come into your awareness or your insight about what is next for you, right? And again, it's not about running away from anything. It's not about resisting anything. It's being in allowance and acceptance of everything and knowing that all is well. And that's a big trust piece, right? For a lot of us, trusting that all is well and everything is well, because it truly is. But we get into our heads and we forget that. So it's a great package for all of us, even those of us who have been meditators forever, because these are little habits, little processes that we can start to incorporate into our daily routines to get us into that still point and to get us into that connection with our divinity, whatever that means to you. I love it. Thank you so much, Colby. I mean, earlier when you were working with me, and after you said, okay, I'm going to talk now, I'm just going to let her be. And I was just being, and you were talking. I was not even listening to you. I had my eyes closed because I couldn't even keep my eyes open. I just was in that space and in that state. And it was, thank you.
Well, you're welcome. You're absolutely welcome.
It's like, it was amazing how quickly you were able to do things for all of us, and how clearly you were able to see or sense or perceive what we require. So there's some questions. Can we do a private session with Colby? I will ask Colby if that's a possibility. The package is only recordings. Yes, there's 36 recordings. They're not very long. What would the longest one be, Colby? Like 10 minutes?
I think so. I mean, I try to keep it brief, because what I try to do is make it so that everyone could listen to a little every day. Because I know for myself, like, I want to listen to it while I'm at the gym or while I'm walking the dog, or, so I'm trying to make this convenient for people who have busy lives. So yes,
Exactly.
I don't know off the top of my head, to be honest with you.
Yeah, so they're very short. They're doable every day. I wouldn't do like start at the first one and then go down, and then after that you can do whatever you want. But it's to build that foundation, and even some of us who have great foundations, but still sometimes we need a little remembering, right? Sarah says, I yawned all through the explanation of the package, even though I've had plenty of sleep. Yeah, I laughed, even though it says funny, but I laughed. Yeah, that is funny. But that's great. Cindy says, thank you so much. This has been an amazing call and sounds like a wonderful package. Yeah, it definitely is very helpful. And Sarah says, we seem to have a theme in our questions and our need for a state of being. I worked on this for years and I'm so grateful to have arrived at serenity. Awesome. And so the thing is, I think one of the pieces I want to stress is that in the serenity, in the stillness, in that place of being, from that place, everything else unfolds. So it's not like from that place, then you create and then you do. It's like from that place, if you're really willing to be in allowance and trust, everything else starts to unfold from that place. So it's like it's the doorway to your life, to your next steps, just to life, period, for for whatever your soul had in mind for you, right? And so for your path, for your journey, etc. So amazing, Colby. Thank you.
My pleasure. I had a wonderful time with your community, and everyone's so kind. And I hope for those that it resonates with, they'll explore it. Most of the package is like simple practices, like I'm a potato, that you can do,
Yeah.
experience a benefit in the moment. There's a lot of chaos. Like I said before, there's a lot of reasons to be upset. And we need to hold the vibration that's coming in while it's shaking us up, while it's shaking up all of our stuff, myself included, right?
Yeah.
As we elevate, we are able to maintain a more positive state for longer and longer and longer. Doesn't mean I don't still get shaken, but I have practices to do that bring me back much more quickly than 10 years ago, 5 years ago, a year ago. As I said to one of your people, the world needs you. The world needs you. And doesn't need your ego. And we need to move ourselves into our divinity. And our divinity wants us. We just need to make ourselves available to it by stop doing the habits. And we all know what we shouldn't be doing. We all know. Eating the cookie,
Yes, we do.
not stretching, whatever it is, we all know. A lot of this is new habits to replace those habits that I'm going to request that you relinquish in a timely way that works for you. It's very easy to get to God. God made it easy to get to God. Just have to find your way. And this might be a way for you. See if it calls to you.
Exactly. I am going to suggest, I don't normally suggest at all, but I'm going to suggest Andrea for sure. If you can, please do get the package because you are highly sensitive and empathic. I think this will be really helpful for you. Okay. And I think that's you're the one that Colby had said, we need you. He might have said it to others too, but I know he definitely said it to you. So if you can, that would be great. I think it'd be really helpful. Awesome. And of course, for all of you, go back and watch and listen again. And then in some of the practices in some of the readings when Colby's doing the process, you can take yourself through that process for yourself as well. Take yourself into the still point. See what comes up for you as well, right? And that alone is going to start to help you to recognize who you are, the essence of you. That's what the whole getting to the still point is going to help you to get out of your head, get present in your body, and recognize who you are. So, Andrew says, yes, thank you. I have the feeling to get the package. Yeah, I think it'll be helpful for you. Awesome. So, yes, so I will have the recordings out a little bit later. But go back and watch and listen. And of course, if you have any questions, like Asha was asking about how if Colby has any personal sessions that he's doing, I will check with Colby and see if that's a possibility. But if not, definitely get the package because that's going to help you to get started, and you'll see a transformation within yourself so quickly, so quickly. So I'm Yeah, I am recommending this package for everyone if you can take it, because right now, like Colby said, we are going through such a challenging time. The energies are intense. There's warring energies everywhere on the planet right now, it seems. And we all, most of us for sure, are so sensitive, so empathic that we are picking up on so many different energies that we forget who we are. So, if you can, that'll be great. Gabriella says, I cannot wait for the package. Awesome. You should have it already by now. If you already purchased it, there's a link. You just have to click the link and it's there. Okay. Awesome. Anything else you want to add, Colby? This was brilliant. I will definitely call you next week.
Okay, when I get myself, I did this whole call with a 50-pound dog on my lap.
That's amazing. So the dog was also loving these energies.
There you go. It was
I
wonderful
love it.
being on. Thank you. It was
Thank you.
totally a lot of fun. And I appreciate your audience getting right to the point, because we all get so trapped in our story, myself included. And sometimes we need someone to kind of like stop it. Let's just get to
Yes.
it and start living who we really are.
Oh, he's comfy. He or she is comfy.
Yeah, I'm
Near
not. Yeah, I'm not, but yes. He's quite good. Yes.
She is not a lap dog. What is she doing? Right?
Oy.
Right, exactly. So thank you so much, Colby. Thank you everybody for sharing your questions, being vulnerable, being willing to go there. It's not always easy. So thank you for that. It takes courage, right? So thank you for going there with us and helping us to also be in that energy, be in that still point, be in that space, being potatoes, right? And yes, so it's brilliant. So thank you so much, everyone. We'll be back same time, same place tomorrow. So until next time, may you continue to be blessed with an abundance of joy, peace, love, happiness, prosperity, and radiant health. Sending you all so much love and blessings. Thank you, everyone. Yeah, it was more than interesting, Sandy. It was amazing. Bye, everyone. Thank you, Jay.